Hi everybody, welcome to this week's weekly roundup. I have a heavy list, but we'll try to get through it quickly. So first things first, I just want to mention we have indeed finally recorded the Main Street infrastructure update video. So that video should come up probably sometime this weekend. So if you're interested in learning updates on the street, the bridge, the plaza, and parking, watch for that video to post this weekend. Speaking of the bridge, I think I shared last week that we were waiting on the results of the initial assessments on repair options for the bridge. Well, we've gotten those results and they're very costly. So the cheapest option is like $110,000, and even that option still keeps the sidewalk closed and keeps the barricades up. It reroutes traffic into the road. We lose some parking. It's not really, for me anyway, a viable option. I had sent an email to the Secretary of the Department of Transportation soliciting some assistance on kind of expediting this process for us. And now I have been fortunate to be able to work with Senator Jagler to be able to see if he can assist us in moving that along. You'll check more information on this out in the Main Street update video, but there is some dependency with Katy Street as well on the Katy Street Bridge. So we're looking for some assistance on getting both of those projects moved along so that we're ready to go when the Main Street Bridge finally gets a go-ahead. Okay, railroad crossing. So the South Concord Avenue and Humboldt Street crossings are CP Rail, that's Canadian Pacific Railroad crossings. I think it's important for people to know the City of Watertown has zero control over railroads. They are a federal agency. They have a lot of autonomy. We certainly try to work with them as best we can. We ask them for updates. We look for information on projects. We try to share with them when crossings are quite rough. You may remember though, like the 3rd Street crossing took well over a year for us to finally get that crossing fixed. So we are doing our best to post detours and post the information that we know about, but the crossings are malfunctioning and need repair by CP. We do not have any real timetable for you, but I can tell you this, do not cross, please. The trains are not stopping. So please don't move the barricades. Please don't cross there. There are posted detour routes on the city Facebook page and the PD page. Our Yardway site opens next Saturday for the season. So that's on April 2nd. And that's the Yardway site out on Boomer. It is open from 9 a.m. to 1, and then we'll be in our summer hours, which are Monday and Wednesday from 3:30 to 7, and Saturday again from 9 to 1. You are going to experience some changes at the Yardway site. We had a compliance audit with the Department of Natural Resources, and there were a handful or so of items that we needed to make adjustments on. So please be kind to our attendants that are working there. They are just doing their best to follow the compliance requirements that we have from the DNR for where things can go and can't go, bags or no bags. There will be someone on site, but they are not going to be able to assist with maneuvering items on and off of vehicles. So just be mindful that there will be some changes at the Yardway site this season. I was in an exciting meeting about the Interurban Trail. So we, again, have been working on the Interurban Trailhead. We will be having a grand opening for that in just a couple of months, but we delayed it a little bit because we found out through our partners at Jefferson County that come like April-ish, the trail from our trailhead to River Road is going to be paved. Oh, I'm so excited about it. We bike all the time as a family, and this trail has been a tough one to bike on because the gravel is so big. So we were actually beginning work on our city end to see if there were some improvements we could be making with existing gravel that we have and removing vegetation. But the exciting thing is Jefferson County is going to be paving that section of the trail from our trailhead to River Road. And that should be early spring, or mid-spring, I guess you could say. And then their goal is to complete the trail pavement all the way from our trailhead to Ixonia by the end of the year. So super exciting updates for the Interurban Trailhead. We've also started the landscaping work at the trailhead. So all in all, in the next, I would say probably month or so, we should have that trailhead buttoned up and ready to go, which is great. That's been a couple-year project in the making. On the recreation front, I had mentioned before, we are working on a food truck program. We've been able to bring on a few food truck providers. If you know of one, please message us. We're looking to have a nice, diverse array of food trucks at our parks and in the community this season. The swings, the tennis nets, the batting cages, those things are all starting to get put back up for the season. Our one ask to you is our satellite fields, which are basically like our neighborhood parks. We did some reseeding at the end of last season, so please still stay off of the neighborhood park baseball fields. We are also looking to relaunch Kart Park. So this is, again, an effort where we have to ensure that everyone has access to park and recreation programming. So we take a trailer full of fun activities and move it around to different areas in the community. If you know of a good area for us to visit with the Kart Park, please also message us. We want to make sure that we're hitting the right areas of the community. On the library front, they have some really cool classes coming up in the next month or so. They're going to be doing a poetry walk through the downtown. They're doing a recycling 101 class, and then also adult craft night, which is kind of neat. And then come April, it'll be National Library Week. And so in spirit of that, the library is doing, again, a photo contest, but this is about your favorite spot in the library. So check out their Facebook page for more information. Just a reminder, we are doing the Town Square Art Contest for the youth in our community. So if you know anyone who either wants to write a short story or draw a picture or do any type of art to answer the question, what are you looking forward to doing at the Town Square? Please have them complete that. And there's a box down in the finance department in the first floor of City Hall where they can place those. I think they're due back like mid-April. Dog licensing, though, is due by the end of this month. So you have until next week to come into City Hall, again, right in the finance department on the first floor. It's $5 if your dog is spayed or neutered, $10 if they're not. This is a state statute regulation. So we have to license dogs. It has to be done by the 31st, and you just need to bring in your rabies certificate to get that done. You can also bring in your dog. So if you want to bring in your dog too, I know that our team downstairs always likes seeing the dogs. On the job front, we have the assistant wastewater manager position open. We're still looking for firefighter paramedics, police officers, dispatch, part-time and full-time, solid waste, and then we have a lot of our summer help still open. So this is the pool, Kart Park, day camp, our general labor at the streets department and at water wastewater. There's a lot of good opportunities there yet. So next week, actually I think today, starts spring break for our public school system. I know some of our private schools have already been on spring break, but the spring break list is big. So if you are sticking around in Watertown for spring break, check out the library and the Park and Rec page. Library is doing a scavenger hunt, Legos, reading with a police officer, and they're showing Sing 2, which is a really cool movie. Park and Rec is doing the Crafternoon, and that's today on Friday. They're doing the Master of Science, Family Bingo, Learning Magic, and then a Family Fun Day next Friday. We had the Main Street Forum this week, which is always a good opportunity just to settle in with business owners and community members and talk about all the successes in the downtown. It was wonderful to see the highlights. The one that stuck out to me was in 2021, we saw 7 new businesses come into our downtown, which is incredible. In a post-pandemic year, to be able to have 7 new businesses come into the downtown was just really inspiring to hear. And so I inquired with our Main Street Program Director about our vacancy rate, and she said, right now we're at about maybe 7% or so vacancy, which is down from the percentages that I've reported in the past. So exciting news in our downtown. And this weekend will be a good weekend to go downtown and visit our merchants. They have a lot of their spring displays and spring clothing out right now, so it's a good time to come downtown. It should be sunny, but still a little cool, so it'll be easy enough to walk into those businesses and check out what they have to offer. If not, be sure to stop by the library this weekend. They're open 9 to 1 and 12 to 4, I think, on Sunday. The scavenger hunt is back. So if you have children or grandchildren or kids in your life, that scavenger hunt in the Talk Read Play Center is always a ton of fun. And then they are also doing the tiny art show on the second floor of City Hall. If you're willing to venture out and enjoy the weather this weekend, the Storybook Trail is always a good option. And we are starting to get the nets and things back up so people can start to enjoy our park system again. So we will not be doing a weekly roundup next week. So have a good weekend, and we'll see you back in 2 weeks.